Hey friends, this is Shifa. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am going to talk on some of the very important things you should remember if you are considering to take undergrad course in English honors. Okay, so there are people out there who take English honors as a very easy subject, or there are many more misconceptions regarding this subject, and then they sort of regret this thing, which I don't want you people to go through. So you should know these things before, and this is also going to help you decide whether to take it or not. So I think without any further delay we should start. The very first thing which you should remember before taking English honor is English language and English literature are very two different things. So I have seen many of the people out there taking this course because they want to improve their communication skills, they want to improve their English language. When I say I am doing undergrad in English literature, it means I am studying literature through English language. Okay, and it has nothing to do with language. If you want to learn English as a language, there are various other things which you can opt for example, taking up classes, watching English movies, reading, talking with people. There might be going to have some problem in the beginning, but you will learn slowly and steadily. Okay, but taking for the sake of learning a language is not a right decision to be. So I request you all that if you are thinking about taking English literature just for the sake of learning language, that's not a good idea to opt for. The second most important thing is the structure of the language is important, and when I say structure, I do not mean grammar. Many of the people misunderstood this as when you take English literature you will learn a lot of grammatical things. No, there is no such grammar in English literature, but there are structures of language in the sense that you are going to come across various styles, various tools people use to write novels, short stories, poem. So these are the very, you can say, theoretical things which you should learn, and it is equally important. You cannot get away through it. Okay, so it's not just like reading a novel, closing a book, and that's it. There are various theoretical things in English literature as well which you should consider. And if you are planning to be a writer or something, that's very beneficial. This course as an undergrad also, this is very beneficial for writing process, for reading, and for your research work also. Okay, the third very important thing, and I think this is the most important thing is in English literature, is that this is not a simple reading. Okay, when I say I am doing English literature, people think that I read novels because I love reading. No, that's not the only part. I do love reading but that's the initial stage. Okay, if I am reading a novel, if I love reading short stories, and that's why I'm taking English literature, that's again a not valid reason to be. Because in English literature, what we are what students are supposed to do is to analyze the text. Okay, so people here are judged upon how they are analyzing the text, how they are critiquing on the text, and how they do reflect what they have already read in the text. So for example, I'll give you some of the example. There is this one novel which I also made a video on this novel. It's written by George Orwell, Animal Farm. If you'll read the plot of the novel, the storyline is very simple. It seems as if it is written for children, and you'll enjoy the plot as well. But it's a metaphor. It's an allegorical book. It's a satire, and it reflects a political background going around at that point of time period. So if you are just reading for the sake of fun, that's not going to help you in the long run, because you have to criticize the text by analyzing it. Okay, so you should have that kind of skill, and if not skill, that you can develop in your course, during your course, but at least you should have the passion about looking out for various things. One of the recent read novel of mine, and it's one of my favorite one also, I have done research on that book. M in the Big Home, which is a book of which raises the issues of mental illness, and it talks about, so it gives a very empathetic view of mental illness. The protagonist M in this has given shows the kind of suffering she goes to. She is a woman, so it's a feminist perspective also given in the book. But what I'm telling you here is this book was written in around, like, recently it was written, okay. It's a very new, fresh book. So the mental illness as a concept over here is, it's a disease and that should be cured, and it totally reflects the contemporary society. But if you see the books which have been written in the previous eras, there are various examples where you'll find that mental illness before, like 100 years before or so, was considered as a evil, and those people used to be people used to believe that people who are mentally ill or behave mad should be, discarded from the society. So in that text also you will see the reflection of that particular society. So in this way you have to consider everything: the political background, the social environment at that point of time period, the style of the book, the themes, what was the motive of the writer, the characteristic of the writer itself, like what kind of writings he or she does. So all this mixture, so this part is very important. You have to have the passion to analyze the book, to criticize the book. And if you are passionate if you love doing studies related to everything, then this is a right course for you. Go for it without any delay. The fourth thing, and again a very important thing you should know, is that you should know the history of English literature. So now this is very, very important, because whenever we read any text, we try to search for notations, definitions in terms of relativity, like how it was before, what has changed. So you should clearly know the history of English literature, and as I said in my third point as well, that you should know everything. You should know like history, you should know the historical background and political background going on around. So the fourth important thing which you should know, and even if you don't know the history of English literature, you can opt for various books. Okay, there are a lot of books related to history of English literature and history of British literature. So British literature is a very vast literature, and from there most of your syllabus is coming from. So that you can read, and that you should start reading, because that is going to help you in your NET exam as well. Most of the portion in your NET examination comes from your British literature. Okay, so as I said, British literature, that is really important. Again, you can you can start learning a lot of theoretical things. Okay, so like movements, theories which were developed. This is going to help you critique. This is going to provide you with the tools to critique. Okay, so that's that. I think this is it with my today's video. I decided to share it because even I faced a lot of confusion while opting for, because I was very unsure whether to opt for this course or not. But I was lucky that I got a very good seniors. So yes, this is it. I think we are about to wrap up with our video. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends who are confused about taking decisions, and also an ardent lover of English literature, as I always say in all of my videos. I think we are going to meet in our next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.